Da-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Welcome to McPicks, your playbook companion. Guys, today's Saturday, September 9th. We're going to be going over Sunday's slate, all the games. I apologize, I had a video prepared for Thursday Night Football for the Chiefs vs. Lions, but during the uploading process, the upload failed. I wasn't able to get it out on time. I did have the pick locked in on my Instagram, so if you were following there, you would have seen I took the Lions with the spread, which the Lions ended up winning that game. So far, McPicks is 1-0 on the season. I'm going to try to relay these picks as quickly and concise as possible to you guys. I don't want to be dwelling on the smaller details. I just want to get you guys this information quickly so that you're able to make your picks. All right, the first game I'm going to be breaking down today is the Miami Dolphins versus the Chargers. So initially, right off the bat, everybody, myself included, was leaning towards the Miami Dolphins. But with the update, Teron Armstead is officially out for the Dolphins defense. I think this is going to open up more doors for the Chargers, and I have now changed my call from Miami Dolphins to the Chargers. As long as the cornerbacks, Howard and Ramsey are able to lock in their matchups, I think they may be able to break through and get to Herbert on these ones. So Howard and Ramsey are able to lock in their matchups. I think they may be able to break through and get to Herbert on these ones. So this game's going to be really close. I think it comes down to the defense. Miami's defense is obviously better, but with Teron Armstead out, Chargers are going to be looking to capitalize on that. So for that, I'm going to be taking the Chargers money line. We got the Falcons versus the Carolina Panthers. So same with this pick, guys. I kind of changed my mind a little later on. Originally, I was favoring the Falcons. I think Desmond Ridder still has some stuff to figure out. I think he's a good quarterback. I think that the Atlanta Falcons' new approach is going to be a heavy run game. They're looking to just run the ball with Bijan Robertson. Obviously, Tyler Algier was a good running back. That is going to be their primary focus this year, guys. And I think that Bryce Young is going to come out here and show what he's made of, and he's going to at least cover that high total there, guys. So for that, I'm taking the Carolina Panthers. Next up, we got the Jacksonville Jags versus the Indianapolis Colts. I'm just going to get straight to the point on this one, guys. I think that the Jags are going to dominate in this game. Trevor Lawrence has just way too many outlets here to throw the ball to. Calvin Ridley was a great addition in the offseason. He's an elite wide receiver. They have also got Zay Jones, Christian Kirk, Evan Ingram. I think there's just way too many places for them to place this ball. I think that the Indianapolis Colts, Stephen Gilmore, losing him was a huge loss to their secondary. I think at quarterback, Anthony Richardson has some sparks in the preseason. He looked good, but I just don't think he's quite accurate enough to be leading this team confidently. And for that, I'm taking the Jacksonville Jaguars. Next up, we're going to be covering the San Francisco 49ers versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. This one's going to be a game time decision for me, guys. I'm waiting to see what the injury report is going to be. If Nick Bosa is out and George Kittle is out, I'm going to be changing my pick over to the Steelers. I think both these defenses are very good, and this is going to be a low-scoring game. San Francisco is going to be favoring the run game, and if they don't make it work with CMC, they're going to be going towards Elijah Mitchell, potentially Deebo Samuel. That's the type of game we're going to be looking for. I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers, if Pat Fairmouth can open up some doors for George Pickens, he might be able to see some nice target share. Some analysts are comparing George Pickens to Justin Jefferson. I think that's quite an overstatement. I think he's an elite wide receiver, but in years to come. But for that, I'm locked in with the 49ers, but we will wait and see what the injury report is. Next matchup is the Denver Broncos versus the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm going to be taking the upset in this one, guys. I'm taking the Raiders. I think people are sleeping on Jimmy G and Devontae Adams. I know Josh Jacobs had a really good year last year. I think he won't quite put up those same numbers, but he's going to punch right through this Broncos D. The Denver Broncos, Russell Wilson has not shown us anything as of late. He got that bag. Sean Payton has been drilling in his head. He needs to focus more on his game and less on the media. We know Jerry Jeudy is likely questionable. He's going to be out for this game. Cortland Sutton is going to be taking some of those targets, as well as Marvin Mims, who's a really fast receiver. I just think that the Vegas Raiders get it done in this one. I don't think that the Broncos quite have what it takes to take them on. So for that, I'm taking the Raiders upset. The Houston Texans versus the Baltimore Ravens. This game's got a huge spread, guys. It's just crazy. The numbers are so high right now. I think it's at -9 for Baltimore right now. If that line shifts to double digits, somewhere around 11 to 12, maybe 10.5, I might lean towards the Texans. I think CJ Stroud had showed some good parts in the preseason. I think him and Nico Collins had some good connections. I'm looking forward to see how they've worked together. Obviously Baltimore is more dominant. Lamar Jackson they made some additions. Zay Flowers, a new receiver. We've got Bateman in there. We've got Odell Beckham Jr. I think Lamar has got a lot of different reasons to be successful this year. K. Dobbins is going to be in the mix. I think he's a good pick that people are undervaluing him there. I'm going to take the Baltimore money line on this one, but I just want you to know if the Texans line shifts to double digits, somewhere in the 12, we might be shooting for more of that point spread on the Texans side. Next up, we got the Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Giants. So this game, when it first opened up, of course, New York Giants have just recently got tight end Darren Waller from the Raiders. He's going to be a great addition to this team. I rank him as basically the highest wide receiver on their team right now. This game would be totally up to Jones. If Jones could take over the game and win it, sure, maybe there might be a possibility. But I think that the Dallas Cowboys just take over this game. I think they cover the spread. I think the line right now is right around -3. Just with Darren Waller out, I don't think that the Giants have enough potential, enough talent to take over a game like this from Dallas. We've seen CeeDee Lamb last year. He had a remarkable season. The 2 times that they played against the Giants, the first game was Cooper Rush was in. I think he threw for 390 yards. And then the second game, Dak Prescott was in. He threw for 430. Guys, these games were easy W's, even with Cooper Rush in. We know Ezekiel Elliott has now left the Cowboys. This is going to open a lot of doors for Tony Pollard. I have high expectations for him. I think he's going to be huge this year. And for that, I'm locked in with the Dallas Cowboys. Next up, we got the Arizona Cardinals versus the Washington Commanders. I don't know if there's really much to say about this matchup, guys, other than the Arizona Cardinals are going to lose. I'm locked in with the Washington Commanders. Ron Rivera needs this is a must-win for the Commanders. We need them to beat the Arizona Cardinals in order to have any succession in the year. If they lose to the Cardinals, guys, what does this show them for the rest of the year? We know Arizona's got some elite players on their team. You know, James Conner can show that. Budda Baker is one of the best impactful players in the league. I would agree. Zach Ertz is a great tight end, but right now they're looking at Joshua Dobbs as their quarterback, right? He's been a backup his whole life. He's talented, but he's got some rushing capabilities. But aside from that, their offense is pretty minimal, guys. I really like Howell for the Washington Commanders. I think he shows certain comparisons to Patrick Mahomes. I wouldn't quite take him to that level, but I think he's going to be good in years to come. We know Terry McLaurin is on the questionable list, but even with Dobson as the wide receiver, they should be able to take this game no problem. So for that, I'm locked in with the Washington Commanders. Okay, the next game on the slate is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Minnesota Vikings. This first off the bat, the public is leaning towards the Vikings on this one. We all know this. This is what tends to worry me when you see trends like this. If the spread goes high and we can take the points with Tampa Bay, I might be leaning on that. We know that Mike Evans could easily take this game and make it his own. He is questionable. I think he's got a slight hamstring injury, so we got to look at that prior to the matchup. We know that Baker Mayfield is their new quarterback. He's nothing, spectacular, but he can turn it on in certain situations, guys. And if he has a defense to back him, this game could go within a field goal. I'm still going to take the Minnesota Vikings. We got the LA Rams versus the Seattle Seahawks. So when this line first opened up, guys, I was still favoring Seattle on this one. We know that LA's got a lot of veteran people behind them. They got Stafford, Aaron Darnold, Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp is obviously out, but these veteran guys tend to scare me when they match up against some youthful players. Tread carefully on the Seattle Seahawks this year, guys. I still think their offense is going to be dominant, and for that, I'm locked in with the Seattle Seahawks. And one of the last games I'm going to be covering is the Titans versus Saints. So first off, this line's been kind of staying around the same all summer long, but it's kind of shifting, -3, -3.5. I would say if it was in the 3.5, I'd probably put it on the Titans. But if we're gonna keep that line at -3, I'm leaning towards the Saints. I think Derek Carr is underestimated in this matchup. I think he's gonna be really good on the Saints. I think the Saints defense is better. Our biggest concern here is the Titans offensive line. We know that Derrick Henry could take over games and basically win them himself. So that's why if I were to avoid a game, this would probably be the matchup I'm avoiding. I'm betting on both these teams this year. I think they both can be sneaky good. But with that line hovering around -3, 3.5, I'm likely going to avoid this game. But if I were to pick it, it would be the Saints money line. Lastly, thank you for watching this video, guys. If you have any questions or concerns, please post those in the comment section below. Otherwise, if you enjoy this content and you enjoy these videos, please hit that subscribe, please hit that like button, and follow me, McPicks, on a journey as we uncover hidden gems, plus money, upsets, player props, everything you name it on this channel. Because here at McPicks, we are your playbook companion, and we turn your passion for football and we turn that into profits.